Close your eyes and imagine a hammer striking a shiny golden spike, sealing the deal on one of Canada's greatest achievements, the railway that stretched from coast to coast. But how did we get to that moment? The story of building Canada's railroad is one of hard work, big dreams, and incredible challenges. From rocky mountains to harsh weather, and even political scandals, this story is about more than tracks and trains. It's about connecting a nation. Brought to you by Super Simple Sheets. From coast to coast, worksheets that work. Discover the full range of what we offer at supersimplesheets.com. Section 1. Why build a railway? In the 1870s, Canada was still a very young country, and its leaders had a big problem: how to connect the provinces. British Columbia had joined Confederation in 1871, but it was far from the rest of Canada. Travel between provinces was slow and dangerous. There were no planes, cars, or easy routes across the rugged landscapes of Western Canada. To fix this, the Canadian government promised British Columbia something big: a transcontinental railway. This railway wouldn't just make travel easier, it would also help transport goods, encourage settlement in the West, and strengthen Canada's claim to its land. The idea was bold, but building the railway would be a massive challenge. Section 2. The challenges of building the railway. Constructing the railway wasn't as simple as laying down tracks. The project involved some of the toughest terrain in the world. Workers had to blast through rocky mountains, build bridges over wild rivers, and lay tracks across endless prairies. The weather didn't help either. Hot summers, freezing winters, and everything in between made the job dangerous and exhausting. To make things even harder, there was a labor shortage. Many workers were recruited from China, and while they were essential to the railway's construction, their working conditions were harsh and unfair. Chinese laborers were paid much less than other workers and were often given the most dangerous jobs, such as using explosives to clear paths through mountains. Hundreds of Chinese workers lost their lives building the railway. Despite these challenges, the workers kept pushing forward. Day by day, track by track, the railway grew longer, inching closer to the dream of connecting the country. Section 3. The last spike. Finally, after years of hard work, the day everyone had been waiting for arrived. On November 7th, 1885, the last spike was driven into the tracks at a place called Craigellachie in British Columbia. This golden spike symbolized the completion of the Canadian Pacific Railway, connecting the east and west coasts of Canada for the first time. Donald Smith, a railway financier, had the honor of driving the last spike. But it wasn't just about finishing the railway, it was about uniting Canada. People from all over the country celebrated the achievement. For the first time, goods and passengers could travel across Canada faster and more efficiently than ever before. The railway also helped bring more settlers to the West, which strengthened Canada's economy and solidified its claim to the land. However, not everyone benefited equally. Indigenous communities along the railway's path lost access to their traditional lands and faced significant disruption to their way of life. These impacts are still felt today, reminding us that progress often comes at a cost. Section 4. Legacy of the Canadian Railway. The completion of the railway wasn't just a moment in history, it was the beginning of a new era for Canada. The railway helped the country grow, bringing people and goods across its vast lands. Cities like Vancouver and Calgary flourished because of the connections the railway provided. However, the story of the railway isn't just about its successes. It's also about the sacrifices of the workers, especially the Chinese laborers who were mistreated and whose contributions were largely ignored at the time. In recent years, efforts have been made to honor their role in building the railway, such as memorials and official apologies. Today, the Canadian Pacific Railway remains an important part of Canada's identity. It's a symbol of perseverance, ambition, and the power of working together to achieve something incredible. Conclusion. The last spike marked more than just the end of a railway. It marked the beginning of a connected Canada. From the determination of workers to the challenges they overcame, the story of Canada's railroad is a reminder of what can be achieved with hard work and vision. But it also reminds us to reflect on the sacrifices made along the way and the lessons we can learn from the past. Thanks for watching. Simplify your teaching journey with super simple sheets. Across Canada, we're known for our ready-to-use, curriculum-aligned worksheets. Dive into our educational solutions at supersimplesheets.com. Super Simple Sheets. From coast to coast, worksheets that work.